The death of, you know what I'm saying, Austin Metcalf. I know y'all seen it, man. That's Karmelo Anthony, man. Everybody was hashtagging Karmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
It's a tricky situation right now, man, because I haven't spoke on it because I didn't have a lot of knowledge at the time. You know, but now that I got a little bit more knowledge, we gonna go ahead, you know, circle back and see what's, you know, shaking. You know, y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments. But if you don't know the story, there was these are two high school students, man. One, they was at a track meet.
Yeah, track and field meet.
Track and field meet, and allegedly, man, from what they say, Karmelo, he went over to the opposing team tent, and he had sat down under the tent.
Yeah, and if y'all don't know, when you go to these track meets, they do have these tents set up all around, and it's usually like it's millions of teams there, so they sitting under their tent.
Everybody done seen that before, man. Segue from the story, man. But Austin Metcalf, man, allegedly approached him, you know, because he was sitting under his, you know, team's tent, you know, and that's not nothing, you know, unnormal or nothing like that. If you've seen somebody sitting, you know, at your high school, and you seen somebody standing under a tent, you know, you probably would go up there, and especially from the opposing team, probably a rival team.
I definitely would do it, but that's
you know
never been done when I was on track.
But you know, he did that. You know, he did basically, you know, go over there, and he allegedly, you know, told him to move. And the time of him telling him to move or whatever, you know, Carmelo Anthony told him, like, if you touch me, you bet not touch me. Basically, you just bet not touch me.
Man.
You know, from what the reports, and this is what people are saying, you know. At the time, he grabbed his book bag. He grabbed Carmelo Anthony book bag, and at that time, he just stabbed him.
So you telling me that the dude Austin grabbed his book bag and the dude pulled out?
Not even pulled out. He, like, from how they said it, how quick it happened, because Austin Metcalf, he has a twin. You know what I'm saying? The dude's not small either.
No, I seen him. He like 6 feet.
Yeah,
like
he's at least 6'1",
yeah.
probably 6 whatever.
I heard old boy was like the shorter one, but see, this is my thing about it. When I heard how it went down, my thing about it is that's why I want to hear what witnesses had to say. How was it said?
That's what I was getting ready to get into, because it's his brother there, but that's kind of like, you know, conflicting right there, because it is his twin brother that was there, and it was all the other people there.
From his team.
I want to know where the other team was at, you know, his teammates.
Yeah, like where was they sitting, or did he know, or what was, or, because what it looks like is when you went to go, I'm pretty sure, 100% sure he knew he wasn't sitting in this section.
No, he knew that,
so
but that's what I'm saying. Let's not be. You know,
yeah, we gonna automatically.
He doing something. He being a kid.
So you being a kid. You're like, man, fuck these. Now I'm gonna see what they do. Yeah. Which I feel like, you know, like it doesn't warrant stabbing nobody over. But my thing is, what was in the context of what was said and how it was said. Because if you come over there and
remember, don't get it mixed up, bro. Austin Metcalf he's the victim.
That's what I'm saying.
Carmelo's the one that stabbed him.
That's what I'm saying. But my thing is, what in the context, what was said? Was that N-word used? What was?
It wasn't. That's what I'm saying. That's what we about to get into, because like that's where the whole case is at right now. Of where when I first got it, shout out to my bro Peasy, man. When I seen him posted in the group chat, he was like, "Yo, man." Not that one, but he's like, he had posted something about it, I remember, and I was like, I did not know what he was even talking about. I was like, I'm thinking about Carmelo Anthony, the basketball player. I'm just thinking, I thought his spelling was off.
You're like, damn, Carmelo, you too grown for this.
Yeah, I'm thinking his spelling off. I'm seeing it with a K. I'm like, okay, maybe he ain't go to school or something like that. He ain't go to his classes. But the whole thing, like I said, just going back into the story, he, you know, allegedly, you know, grabbed his book bag, and it happened that quick. He stabbed him, you know, and right in the chest.
Damn,
so.
Man.
You know, the boy, you know, his brother, man, he held him in his arms or whatever, man, while his brother, you know, was, you know, bleeding
That's
out.
sad, man.
But
sad.
I'm like, yo, it has to be more to it. It definitely has to be more to it, I feel. And from what has been, you know, made right now, it's been made into a whole race issue.
I seen, bro. Don't start it a little. That's it. I knew it was going to come to that, bro, because it was the reverse. You know
like, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I knew that's what it was going to come down to regardless. You know what I'm saying? You got a African-American man, a young man, stabbing a white dude. You know what I'm saying? That's going to automatically cause controversy for wherever you go, whatever state it is in there, bro.
Yeah, like...
And then, like I say, the way it was done, because there's so many angles you can go off of it, because the first thing on my mind is not even why you sat there, why you had the blicky on you at the track meet, like...
It's a you know double edge right there, because it's like the first thing that comes to a person's mind, or just like be honest with you, with black people mind and white people mind, is that it's a race. It had to be a racial slur said. It had to be, you know what I'm saying, you know, it had to be a race. It had to be around race. But as I'm starting to look at the case, man, and look at it, bro, man, it just don't come off as this was a race case. You know what I'm saying? To me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all correct me if, you know what I'm saying, y'all wrong. Or you can just give your opinion, because like I said, I can't say you can correct me on it, because I did my, you know what I'm saying, Google's on it. And
so to be honest with you, I thought about that like that too. My first thing, like I said, why he had the knife. And then I was like, what if he went on to a black tent and sat there and he wasn't part of that team? I think the same thing could have happened if it was at that level. If you already got a blicky on you, that means to me that you going through some shit to where you think you should be protecting yourself.
You definitely going
Because
through
ain't no
shit.
normal kid is going to have that on him. You know what I'm saying? If he ain't
It's
got
at a
nothing to
track
worry
meet,
about.
bro.
At a track meet.
Like at a
In
track
broad
meet.
daylight.
In broad daylight. Now, I'm not, you know, Caston's definitely, you know, him, you know, for whatever happened there, man. I'm not convicting him. I'm not convicting him over no podcast. But because none of us was there. But after, like I said, just seeing the, you know, a lot of the things that has came out after the fact, I think Dr. Umar may have spoke on it. I see Eddie Griffin spoke on it. We all, as like I said, as black people, white people, man, we just got to look at the facts of a lot of things, man. Because, like, you know, the dude, like, you know, right or wrong, man lost his son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Brother
saying?
lost his brother in his arms.
And they possibly about to lose they son to prison for the rest of his life. This happened in Texas. And, you know, Texas got some of the most craziest laws, you know.
They don't care if you ain't 18.
Don't care at all, man. But let me ask you this, though. One of the things I did see, man, the father, he tried to attend the press conference of the Karmelo Anthony. He tried to come to the press conference. Now, I watched his interviews, man, and I'm just gonna keep it honest with you, bro. Don't know who's guilty and I don't know who's innocent, man. But the father, man, from how he's speaking and how he's, you know, trying to deal with this after losing his son, I don't think he raised no racist kids, man. Yeah. I don't see.
And you know what? I thought about that too. Like for him to try to pop out at that type of event, but on what he was on, I was like, I don't. See.
It was a kind of conflicting situation.
You can see, you know what I'm saying, usually by how the father is, but I didn't smell it on him either though.
Cause they showed pictures, like it's, you know, they got his family, Carmelo's Mando Fetty. They both done got a lot of money through what's it called? GoFundMe. Mm-hmm. They didn't both them.
I think
both like almost $1 million, both a piece.
Almost $1 million, bro.
A piece. You know what I'm saying?
Like, which is
warranted, because like I said, he's trying to move his family. They got to move the boy Karmelo, you know what I'm saying, around because people are, you know, sending death threats and all this and that.
And then who's to say it costs a lot of money to bury and have funerals? So, you know what I'm saying, you don't know how it was.
But no, both families or whatever, you know, got the money. But it's just like, you know, just keep it real. The white people are just they're I ain't gonna say all white people, man, but black and white people are making it a race issue, man. You got the people that's pro over here, like, you know, them black people did this and that, and then you got the black people like, yo, these white people been getting away with this shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the sad part about this, man, like I said, this is just me watching it as, you know, somebody, you know, viewing it as a regular consumer. The father, bro, he tried to attend the press conference, man, which I said that's kind of conflicting with everything going on. But when he came in peace. He came one deep. He came by his damn self, bro. That's take a lot of heart anyway, walking into somewhere where, you know,
it's a hostile environment.
Yeah.
You don't lost your son, so you would take a time bomb.
He came in there one deep, like that. And he tried to, from what he was saying, he said he came there because they was all shocked. It was like, yo, he came there, man, because he wanted to, like, at least try to talk to the family and try to, like, get some type of, you know what I'm saying, resolution to it, man, and get some, you know, basically come to a peace.
A better understanding of it. You know what I'm saying? Just what made your son or what is going on to make him react that way he reacted.
But, catch-22, though, you got to remember, he's fighting a murder.
Yeah, man.
So at the same time, it's like, yo, man, like, I ain't
talking to you.
I ain't talking to you, bro. And I'm not about to admit to that I did anything wrong. You know what I'm saying? Which he's not. That's what I'm saying with the father, though. It puts you in a tough situation because the father ain't even saying that he did anything wrong. He's like, yo, I just know what my son didn't. I know my son ain't no liar. Yeah, he's sticking behind his guns. And then I even heard this, man. I'm gonna get on from this, man. But it was a guy, man, called Something for Whites. Yeah, it's like one of those groups, man, Something for Whites, man. And he basically, man, had made T-shirts with the dude face on it, the young kid's face on it, man, that passed. Austin, he had made pictures, man, and they were just basically like, yo, man, will you come stand with us, man? And he went off, bro. He went off. He was like, man, y'all the reason that, you know, the
Turning
world
this
is like
into
this.
they turning this into a race war. And real talk, you know, like it shouldn't be like that, because at the end of the day, these are kids, bro. Yeah. These aren't grown people. They ain't fully developed minded people. They still kids, bro.
They still kids.
And like you said, I don't look at it as a race thing, because like I say, I need to know the context of what happened. But at the end of the day, I don't think it was warranted.
I don't think it was warranted,
I think my man was going through some shit to snap like that before that.
I mean, that is what, bro. The kid was big.
I want to know what was going on with him 2 to 3 weeks. What led up to this?
To have the knife.
That's what I want to know. And then
was he getting bullied at his school or something? Because like I said, the kid that he was about to fight, in my mind, I'm thinking he like, yo, I'm not gonna beat this guy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He way bigger than me.
Big ass dude. I'm getting off. So I need to know if he had a white dude, or maybe just anybody that was bullying him before it led up to make him take that there and make him be like, I'm gonna sit here, and if a nigga got a problem, I'm gonna take care of it. That's what he on. So I know that ain't something that just snaps.
It's nothing like that, bro. And you know, like I'm a big dude, bro. You a big dude, man. So, and like I said, man, I got a son or whatever, man. So it's like, I would hate. That's not enough, bro, to stab somebody, black or white, because somebody outweighs you or is bigger than you or whatever, bro. We can't make that logical. Like, okay, well, this guy was like, he outweighed him by 40, 50 pounds, man, and they got into a scuffle, so he stabbed him. That's like the George Zimmerman shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to play that with this over here, man. Right is right, wrong is wrong. I don't know. Like I said, it's just, you know. Still
like
gotta come to court with it.
Mad respect for his dad for, man, not even trying to just be dictated to go into that way to just try to make it a race war, man. So shout out to him, man, and whatever happens, man, I just pray that both families heal and just you know, move on.
Rest in peace to that young man.
Rest in peace to that young man that lost his life, bro. He definitely didn't deserve it, though.
He definitely deserved it, man, and you know, definitely been prayers to both families.
Prayers for my man that's defending himself. You know what I'm saying?
It's a wild.